Green River Distillery in Owensboro is one of Kentucky's oldest distilleries, first founded back in 1885. The bourbon became known worldwide before fire, prohibition, and decades of silence nearly erased it from history. Today, more than a century later, we walk the same path the whiskey takes. It begins with corn, rye, and barley, brought into the granary just as they have been for generations. From there, the grains are cooked and distilled through a tall column still and copper doubler. This is where raw mash transforms into new whiskey. Each grain plays its part. Corn brings sweetness, rye adding spice, and barley helping turn starch into sugar for fermentation. When you take a sample of the fresh distillate, the first thing that hits you is the sweetness of the corn, a preview of the bourbon it will become. Then, closed fermenters keep this process consistent, protecting the mash from wild swings in temperature and ensuring each batch develops the same depth of character. Next step, my favorite part, maturation. Green River is the only distillery that uses full clay brick warehouses. These walls breathe with seasons, cooling the whiskey in summer and holding warmth in winter. Years later, the barrels are rolled out, opened, and dumped, releasing bourbon that has been resting in silence, carrying with it not just flavor, but the weight of survival, history, and rebirth in every sip. Finally, we taste it. Row 94, a bourbon born right here. The name comes from a real row of barrels resting in those very clay brick warehouses. Dierks Bently himself walked those warehouses, sampling, selecting, and shaping the whiskey into the pours we have in our glasses. Free and easy down the road I go. Row 94 reflects that same easy style Dirk brings to his music. And as the notes of the bourbon linger, so do the songs. Because this bourbon experience is elevated by sharing it alongside an intimate performance from the man who helped create it.